Good morning. What's up? What a great day, man. Having a great day, having a lot of fun in the crypto market, First thing I want to get into is legacy banks, big banking conglomerates, right? Now, these big banks are more and more coming out saying, we're involved in crypto, we're setting up this fund, that fund, right? Now that they're announcing it, don't think that they are just getting involved now. They've been involved. They've been involved for a year. They're not gonna just suddenly start doing something and then announce it. They're in the business of getting investors. So they want to show that they took the first steps. And anytime there could be an opportunity, they're going to throw something at it just to see. They have many people working for them. They have many analysts, right? And I guarantee that there have been people involved tracking, investing in crypto for those institutions for a while now. And now that it's showing that Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano or have real world applications, they're coming out and announcing that they're making these funds and all these different utilities are saying we'll accept Bitcoin. But don't think that they weren't involved in it for a while, because before they take a massive step like that, they're going to understand exactly what it is they're getting into. And whether they do or not, that's to be seen, but they think they do, because they don't make decisions willy-nilly, Cardano and real world applications, right? Cardano, as you guys know, has been involved now with Ethiopia. It's holding education records on the Cardano blockchain. It's in talks with Tanzania, okay? And as these real world applications grow and more governments start storing information on blockchains, that is just going to show other people that there is a real long-term use for blockchain technology, right? Just like we see that Elon Musk and Tesla bought a bunch of Bitcoin and then sold a bunch of Bitcoin. They did it, he said they did it to prove liquidity, to prove that we were able to sell it, And that's cool. That's just going to get more and more people into it. And, a lot of people might say, well, price is too high, it's not going to go higher. Well, listen, that's what people said when Bitcoin was $300, And, it's kind of hard to hold things. When you buy something and you get a 10x growth, you've made massive growth, and you'd be you'd be really dedicated to not sell some at that point and take profit, And if you've only bought so much, it's like, how much profit do you buy? Do you take your initial investment out? Well, what if it goes down to nothing from there? Then you didn't make anything. So it's really a personal decision of what you feel comfortable doing. And keep that in mind whenever you invest in anything, and this isn't financial advice. This is just my opinion, I really like Charles Hoskinson, he basically was saying that before they do anything big, when it comes to Cardano, they implement the scientific method to try to determine if it's a good idea. What's going to be the reaction and the cause, and that's great, man. I love this guy. He's brilliant, man, and there's some very, very smart people involved in Cardano, and that's why I think the real world applications are just tremendous. The possibilities for Cardano are tremendous, Keep in mind, though, that Cardano has had massive growth. So from where we stand right now, with the current price of Cardano, if it lost 50% of its value, it would still be up for the year, okay? And with that massive growth, it just shows that a huge dip could come, but they could still say, well, it's still up for the year. But all those people that bought while it was high, they're going to be down money. And if they're not capable of holding, if they end up having something happen and they need that money, they're going to have lost out. So, it's something to consider, that with the volatility of crypto, there are a lot of people that lose money because they buy high and sell low, and they let emotion drive them. And that's something that I fight not to do. And it's hard to not do it, but if you want to hold these things for long term, you have to put the emotion aside. And of course we have fun moving things around and taking chances, of course, but if you want to have long-term growth, you have to hold. I don't know if you guys heard, but Charles Hoskinson also said that Cardano and Litecoin are in talks so that the two blockchains can talk to each other, right? And he likened this to what if Google and Amazon weren't in communication. This is good and bad. It's bad because all of social media, they're in cahoots, and when they want to ban somebody, they all talk to each other and they ban that person. And that's pretty crazy. I don't know if something like that could happen with blockchain technology. Who knows? Anything could change in the future. So, but that's what he said, and he said that it's going to be like a Wi-Fi moment, and all the blockchains are going to be talking to each other. And I think that's pretty good. And for investors like us to be involved in something before and after something like that happens, those are those special moments. Those are the special moments that's what we live for. That's what I live for anyway. These great moments, man, that change the fabric of our investing society. That's really cool stuff, man. Really, really cool. I don't know if you guys remember, I talked about a crypto exchange in Turkey. And the founder of the exchange said that all the new people coming onto the exchange were going to be given free Dogecoin, right? Just for joining. Anyways, he took off with $2 billion to Albania. And they're looking for him. But CoffeeZilla covered the story, and CoffeeZilla talked about the story today. What was funny though, yesterday CoffeeZilla did kind of like an in-depth report on Doge, and he talked about how Doge are mined, and he talked about how many wallets hold what percent of Doge. And apparently some people in the community didn't like that, and they got his channel taken down for I think nudity and violence, which if you guys know CoffeeZilla, it doesn't have any of that. But he has suspenders. But yeah, so you got to be really careful what you say. Doge has been holding great today. Doge is actually doing pretty good today. Elon was on Saturday Night Live, I guess, and I guess there was a lot. I don't know if he specifically mentioned Doge, but of course everybody knows that that's or they were waiting for it, and that was on their mind, right? And I think out of all of the cryptos on Robinhood, they're all down today except for Doge. So, it just goes to show how he can control the price, and I'm sure he's not doing it for any reason. I'm sure he's just, just doing it for fun and talking about it because it's something he's interested in. You know how crazy people are. But along those same lines, Barstool Sports took some time and they actually talked about Hoge, right? One of the guys that was on the panel on Barstool, he brought up Hoge. He talked about the tokenomics. He talked about the burn. He talked about the redistribution. And I thought that was really cool, man. And he did a good job of explaining it. I was really, really happy because one guy kind of said, well, with the 1% burn, there's only going to be one guy with one Hoge in the end. And he's like, no, that's not how it works. It's only a percentage burn, not a fixed number, And, it was cool, man. They actually took some time to talk about it. And things like this are going to get our ball rolling and get this snowball rolling even faster, And Hoge has been doing great, man. Hoge has been doing great this whole week. You know, I'm psyched. I really see some real possibilities, man. And as people start taking their profits from Doge and Ethereum and Cardano, you know, they're going to be looking for other places to put it. You know, and that happens, guys. You know, if you really look at like the buy and sell signals on Ethereum, you'll see that when the volume gets high and it goes up, it suddenly drops off and the volume isn't there because people take profits and people go and put their money somewhere else, you know. And it could start going into DeFi, it could start going into Hoge, you know. And, you know, we've had a really great, last week was a good week, and, you know, and then we're having another good week, you know, and it's just that money is going to go to other places. People don't take that money and just put it in their bank account. They move it around, you know. So if you can kind of try to be ahead and try to figure out where people are going to start going, you know, that's kind of like what we do as modern day investors. You know, we're always reading the signs, we're looking at news, we're looking at just the flow of society and what they're talking about, because that will give you a step ahead, you know, as an investor. But that's my opinion. That's what I think. That's what I do. But I hope you guys, you know, have great luck today, you know. So God bless. Stay green. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.